Okay, well, let's get into the reason why we're talking about this in the first place. And that's basically the IWC lost their fucking minds because Donald Trump got a certain endorsement. And this is what I say. You Democrats, you liberals, you could keep your Taylor Swift. You can have your Bohemian Grove. Because we got the Brothers of Destruction.
They choke slamming everybody who disagree with him.
We had Hulkamaniacs, Hulkamania. Now we have the Brothers of Destruction.
All right, everyone. November 5th, Election Mania. Choice is yours. You can go with President Trump, Kane, and The Undertaker, or you can take Kamala Harris, Dave Bautista, and Tim Walz. Choose wisely. The nation depends on it.
And that should be
Damn.
That was a light shot at Dave Bautista.
Yeah.
But to be fair, and this is my kind of take on the whole thing, like, yeah, Dave Bautista got a little backlash for supporting Kamala.
Yeah.
But two things about that. One, he was being an arrogant fuck when he did it.
Yeah.
Where he was talking down to people. And two, Dave Bautista, and somebody prove me wrong if they can, Dave Bautista didn't get the same kind of backlash that the Undertaker is getting now.
No.
Nobody on the Trump side denies that Dave Bautista was a huge star and still is a huge star. Like, now you see people on the left-wing side that's hating on the Undertaker going, "Oh, I'm glad the streak was broken. I hate the Undertaker." It's like you're really, you can't just acknowledge that he was still like a huge part of your childhood.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so I think there's just a major difference in the two ways they got their backlash. Yeah, they both got backlash, but it's not the same.
Yeah, it's not. It's completely not. And then, like, to me, the way Batista said it was the way he said it was like they paid him to say it. Hey man, say this. Because
Yeah.
I mean, didn't Batista have Batista got in trouble a while ago or years ago or something like that?
So I think supposedly he had some kind of thing, but I don't want to say for sure. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I mean, allegedly, but the thing about it though, when you got the Undertaker and Kane talking, like I said, they've been straight business. Like, even when the whole commotion with Bret Hart and everything, they was 10 toes down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
But this what really made me like start looking at political stuff when I was watching. I don't know when we talked about that when in '67 when Lyndon B. Johnson said, "I have these NIGGERS vote Democrat for the next 100
The next
years."
100 years. Yep.
Mhm.
As he was signing the Civil Rights Act. Yeah.
We used to be Republicans. Everybody.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Republicans fought to end slavery. The Democrats were the slave drivers. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's crazy when you actually start learning the hypocrisy and the brainwashing and gaslighting that went on, even like throughout our childhood. Like, that's another big thing that kind of like it. I didn't like break right and then go into like, oh, I'm a Trump supporter right away.
Yeah.
I was more like, all right, you know what? I realized they're not racists and they're not sexist, bigots, and all this stuff. That's just a thing I was told. Like, so let me listen to them and see what they have to say. And when I heard what they had to say, I was like, you know, that's like the values I was taught growing up. Like, that was like, they were just kind of reminding me that I was raised by, you know, a good family. You know, I had my dad around and I had my grandfather there. Like, you know, so that was a big part of it, was just like breaking the brainwashing aspect of it. Sounds like you've done that too. I don't know. Did you ever believe that the Republicans or Trump was racist?
No. I mean, a lot of people, they do their research. He helped out a lot of black people. He sponsored Jesse Jackson to run for president in '92.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
He
and then And then it's the one where it's I was reading where black people that was in debt, they went and borrowed money from Donald Trump. And when you go back to pay him back and everything, he said, man, keep that money.
Yeah.
Get your stuff together. Don't nobody understand that part. I mean, like I said, I don't see color. I see what's right and wrong. I mean, like both of them got bad parts about each other, but I want somebody that's gonna have my back when something go down. We go to war. We go to war with her.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I said we go to war with her. We screw.
Absolutely.
Just like okay, like
if she has to go and speak to another foreign leader, she's going to fold. And we're going to be paying that foreign leader basically ransom money.
Yeah. Just like the Merchant of Death. We let the Merchant of Death go over a basketball player.
I'm an admitted sexist. Another big part of it is I just can't vote for a woman. And I'm not have to agree or disagree, but I just can't do it. It's like women just can't be leaders. They just can't do it, in my opinion. I mean, I've met a few like where maybe they can be good managers at a company or something, but leading a country, oof.
Imagine how bad it'd be when it's that time of the month for them.
Hey, you're a misogynist, D-Walk. There's a really interesting video I saw of Trump with this kind of ties to wrestling as well, with Titus, formerly known as Brodus Clay. And he's kind of explaining one of those stories you were just telling about how Trump has a lot of these stories of, and it's not just black people, it's a lot of people that Trump and black people included into this one, where he let them stay in his hotel for free because they were homeless. Or or they lost their house or something like that, and they worked in one of his buildings. Like, he was a very charitable guy.
Yeah.
And everybody loved him until he ran for president and won. That's the weird thing.
Like I said, I ain't gonna lie, I was mad when he did, but I had to go back and do some research.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, and that's what I encourage everybody. Just do a little bit of research that's outside of the mainstream media. Just do a little bit. Just follow your fucking heart. Here's the video. Let's just play this real quick.
Nelson Mandela and 80 of his constituents were trying to come to the United States.
Yeah.
The United States government wasn't helping him. No one was helping him. You chartered a 727 plane for their entire trip.
Yeah.
How is somebody, and that's crazy because you can talk about anything, and why is it hard for you to talk about the things you've done? It runs in your family. Your father helped build a synagogue. I mean, why do we not know those things?
It's something that I've never, I love doing it. I don't need praise for it. I don't, we all like a certain level of praise, but I've never, I just like helping people. I help a lot of people and I enjoy doing it, and I never talk about it. It's nice that you bring it up. I also think it's not a narrative that the press likes talking about, for me.
But I think it would help a lot of the American people who have been misled, I myself included. Now, listen, I'm voting for you now because of the man you are. Not
we don't have to play the whole clip there, but it's pretty interesting that, it's one of those things that a lot of the narrative about Trump is that he's this narcissist and that he loves having his cult praise him and stuff. And it's like, not really. He's not that. He actually does good things for people and doesn't brag about it. And that's why we don't know about it.
Yeah.
So
how many stories like that have you heard about her like that?
I've heard nothing but horror stories about her. And it's like, or I've heard horror stories about her.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Like a doorknob.
You see what I'm saying? Hey, Kamala back in her day, she was a looker. See, there goes one of my old words. She was a looker. Yeah. Look, I mean, I'm not under some illusion or delusion that Trump is perfect or he's Jesus or anything like that. I know, and that's the thing, is I know his flaws. He shows us his flaws, and I accept people who have flaws. That's as simple as that goes.
Instead of hiding yours, you know what I mean?
Exactly. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think the Undertaker necessarily needs defense, but I think it's ridiculous like that. As far as they go, I don't mind any, like, if you disagree with the Undertaker supporting Trump, I don't mind a little bit of it. That's just part of the game. But this, like, where you're going as far as, like, kind of like berating his career or belittling his career, it's like, get the fuck out of here. Now you just sound ridiculous.
Yeah.
And here's a last thing I'll say too. A lot of people are going, I'm glad that Brock Lesnar broke the streak. I think Brock Lesnar is a Trump supporter as well.
Yeah, I think he is too.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Imagine what they're going to do. Imagine what they're going to do when they find out all the Trump supporters that are in wrestling.
Yeah.
I believe Kevin. Go ahead.
His boy got his bag too, Mr. Vinnie Mac.
Oh, yeah. You know my theory on that, right?
What's that?
I believe that Vince McMahon is being taken down artificially because of his support of Trump.
Yeah, probably, maybe.
I believe.
But did you hear the whole story about her? How she wanted Vince McMahon to break up with his wife?
Bro, I read all the letters. I read all the texts that most podcasts didn't do, and I'm glad you did too. I appreciate that. That she, even in the text that she put out, she was trying to get him to basically leave his wife, and that's what I think happened, was that he was like, he's not going to leave Linda.
No,
she's the ride or die. She knows where the bodies are buried. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
she got jealous and all that stuff right there. Yeah, but
exactly. But where she gained traction in the media, I think that was because of Vince McMahon's support of Donald Trump. Now, let me explain real quick the backstory of it. Back when Trump was running the first campaign, do you remember when they came out with the whole scandal about grab her by the pussy?
Yeah.
That thing came out. Trump's campaign almost was over at that point. It was basically done for. And what happened was Vince McMahon got behind Trump and put a lot of money behind. He put like $8 million. Like, as soon as it happened and he saw what they were doing, he gave him $8 million. And he's like, here, put this behind your campaign, and like, I give you my full support. I think since that day, he's always been supportive of him, and they wanted to take down everybody around Trump who has some kind of power. They want to take that person down.
It'd be crazy if we see the Undertaker and Kane getting indicted on something tomorrow. What? Hold on, what?
You'd be surprised. I bet you. I'm glad you said that, actually. I bet you that's going to happen. Good fucking call. Kane embezzling.
Former Mayor Glenn Jacobs and WWE wrestler Mark Galloway was just indicted.
They're going to try to use wrestling storyline.
They in prison on no bail.
Did Knoxville mayor murder his parents in a fire?
Wow. Yeah, they use his wrestling gimmick. Oh.
With the help of his brother, Undertaker.
We're not even brothers, man. What you tell me? We're not even brothers.
Oh,
y'all brothers couldn't say it's in the court case.
Murdered his father by leaving him in a freezer.
Mark, what is that? They're gonna use his Ray wrestling. The Undertaker, he killed his manager in cement. He drowned him in cement. I mean, that was an act.
It wasn't really him. He wasn't in there.
That was an act. Yeah, they'll probably be in prison.
Undertaker throws an insane man to his death. They show the Hell in the Cell. Leaving him for dead.
It'd be crazy. That'd be crazy if they throw him under the book, not knowing he alive. Like I'm watching Mick Foley. Like I'm watching it. I'm watching it. Look, I'm alive. He tried to call and everything. His phone blocked and everything. Somebody cut my phone off.
They call me. You faked your death in '93. That was an act.
Yeah, we gotta get you now. Gotta get you now. That'd be crazy.
Oh Jesus, bro! I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised, especially with Kane, because Kane is actually in politics.
Yeah.
It's
if that
surprising.
happened, I'm gonna message you like, man, I told you so.
I'm gonna have to clip you saying it. He's a prophet.
I knew it. No, what you about to say, bro?
I was just gonna say it's crazy to me how like quickly so many wrestling fans and wrestling outlets flipped on the Undertaker.
Mm-hmm.
Like I thought the Undertaker was like sacred.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's amazing. It's like the lack of integrity is ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, when this list come out, it ain't gonna be too many people that's gonna be presidents and actors and wrestlers and stuff when this list come out. You know what list I'm talking about, right?
Oh, the freak off list?
The baby oil.
The baby oil list? Oh, there's some stuff on that. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming on that now.
What is she part of it? What if she part of it? Then what?
That would be crazy. And I wouldn't be I wouldn't be surprised.
Mm-hmm.
You know? All right. They were all like they have Obama, campaigning with Diddy. They have video of that, so it's like
he was part of it too.
Yeah. Here's the last thing I'll say on the whole Trump Undertaker thing is everybody is bitching about it. And the funny thing is I don't see any kind of like where the Undertaker's career or anything is any kind of jeopardy. And it makes me realize that the leftists and the progressives who have been going all off on this cancel culture thing, they've lost their power. This whole thing of you come out as a Trump supporter and you get canceled, it's no longer a thing. I think that's not the toxic. It's not the toxic conversation it used to be. So
you're right.
Yeah, it could be the at least the end of this era of cancellation of cancel culture.
She win. It's gonna be the era of crybabies when you could verbally cuss out somebody and they cry and they call the police and you going to jail.
And you go to jail. Yeah. That's happening in Canada.
Yeah.
It's happening in the UK
I believe it
too. Yeah.
I believe it.
We have a guy that I know from the UK named Crossman Wrestling. I don't know if you know. And he was telling us about that. There was a point where they were arresting people for what they say on social media.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, our First Amendment gonna be gone. She get in.
Absolutely.
They slowly but taking it. Yeah.
First and second. And I've been telling people load up while we have this window, just in case.
No, but like you said, after this, I'm done. But you remember when she was talking about taking everybody guns?
That's what I'm saying.
It's gonna be a shootout.
It's gonna be civil war. If they do that. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why martial law coming.
Well, that's what they try to do is they try to do it little by little now. They'll go, okay, you can have your gun, but you can only carry 6 bullets.
We gonna mess around and wake up. Yeah, we gonna mess around and wake up and look out the window and see a big ass tank outside on our street and everything. Like, what's going on?
Knock on your door, sir. Can we have a word?
with a tank aimed at your house though. Like, if you don't give it to it, you gonna blow it up. Like, hold on. Jesus.
Yeah, bro, that is communism.
Yeah,
just communism. So
yeah.